Welcome to KENTV News. I'm Gloria Mora. The Center for Multi-Party Democracy of Kenya, CMD, has condemned the ongoing electoral violence, especially that against women aspirants. The organization, in collaboration with Henry Ball Foundation and Uniform Gender and Governance Program, has rolled out a special program to promote the participation of women in politics, with the aim of increasing the number of elected women MPs from the current 8% to at least 30%.
Center for Multi-Party Democracy Executive Director Jerry Kabeberi said the three coalition platforms were hurriedly formed and had no stable memberships and therefore could not marshal appropriate systems and mechanisms to manage the demanding nomination process. She accused the coalitions of undermining the existence of individual political parties.
Pre-election coalitions. Political parties went to the primaries largely on the three coalition platforms, ODM, ODM Kenya and PNU. We note with concern that these coalitions were hurriedly configured, had no stable membership, and could hardly marshal appropriate systems and mechanisms for managing the demands of this massive nomination process. The results were there for all of us to see: violence, massive rigging, and blatant vote buying, among a host of other electoral malpractices.
Jerry said the state of violence has continued even after the nomination exercise, as witnessed in party headquarters where several people have been injured. She congratulated the women who won in the concluded nominations and urged them to continue the fight.
We appreciate the challenges facing political parties in resolving various disputes arising from the nomination exercise and urge that all candidates be allowed equal opportunity to respond.
She also asked the Electoral Commission of Kenya to consider extending the deadline for receiving final party list of nominated candidates to allow political parties time for dispute resolution and reconciliation of their candidates.
The Party of National Unity Election Board has clarified that it handed over the list of its nominees to the Electoral Commission of Kenya on the 17th of this month. Chairman of the Party of National Unity National Election Board, Sospita Mageto, thanked those who participated in the nomination process and asked the nominees to collect their certificates from their respective parties.
He said that the board was satisfied with the nomination process and that it had done all that was expected of them. He agreed to the claims that there were delays of the ballot papers and boxes in several polling stations and explained it was due to the unavoidable circumstances like the rains that made some areas inaccessible.
We received a few complaints of delays caused by logistical hitches and poor weather in some areas where there was a lot of rain, especially in Central Province. We handled the exercise with integrity and credibility. We shall release more statements as events unfold.
He said the party had done all it could to conduct peaceful nominations, but blamed the anxious voters for the few incidences of violence reported.
The PNU National Election Board has completed the final list of nominees and will be handed over the same to the ECK on 17 November 2007. It is important to clarify that nomination certificates are being issued by respective political parties.
He assured that all the appeals brought forward by the contesting aspirants were received and handled with great integrity. He said the election board was satisfied with the list of names it had forwarded to the Electoral Commission of Kenya.
When you're miles away from home, you always miss those you love, especially during the festive season. So you call them now and then or send them mail. But now Nakumatt and KENTV.net are giving you a better way of saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to your loved ones back home. Introducing the Nakumatt Ngambo gift voucher service. Here's how it works. To pay for the vouchers, click on the Nakumatt banner on our homepage. Then fill in the full names and contacts of the person receiving the voucher, including a short greeting message, indicate the preferred Nakumatt collecting center, and we'll do the rest. So do it now and say Sikukuu Njema in style with Nakumatt Ngambo gift vouchers. They'll really show how much you care. Nakumatt, you need it, we've got it.
Safina Party has today reiterated that it will support President Kibaki's re-election under the PNU umbrella as one of the affiliate parties. Safina Party was a beneficiary after receiving over 100 candidates who had failed to win nominations in their own parties.
Speaking at the party headquarters in Nairobi, Paul Mwite, the party's chairman, said that the party will field its own parliamentary and civic candidates on Safina ticket. He said that the party has been a part of PNU and remained committed to see President Kibaki elected for a second term in office.
So we will, as a party, continue to support the re-election of Mheshimiwa Kibaki for his second and last term.
He condemned the violence witnessed in various parties' nominations and especially on the women candidates. The Safina Party, he said, had doubted the capacity of parties to conduct peaceful elections in nomination exercise.
Safina condemns in the strongest terms possible the violence witnessed in the nominations and especially on women candidates. Safina doubted the capacity of parties to conduct acceptable, free, fair, and democratic nominations through elections.
Mwite presented Julius Lenana of Narok North, Abdi Majid Hussein Mandera Central, and Mohammed Hassan of Mandera West as some of the civic candidates who won under the Safina Party in their respective constituents.
In Mandera Central, in the Shil ward, Abdi Majid Hussein was unopposed, presented his papers, nomination papers to the returning officer. They were accepted. No other candidate showed up, and therefore he becomes the second Safina candidate to go in unopposed.
At the same time, the party today has signed a charter for peaceful elections with the UNDP. Safina chairman reiterated the party's commitment to peaceful campaigns during electioneering period.
Orange Democratic Movement problems are far from ending as the Social Democratic Party distanced itself and said it will be fielding its own parliamentary and civic candidates. Addressing the press, Cyprian Nyamamu said that they have already cleared more than 30 members of parliament and the party will release its campaign strategies come next week. However, the party still supports the candidates of the Orange Democratic Movement presidential candidate Raila Odinga.
The party has noted with concern the numerous and countless crimes against democracy that were witnessed over the last week during the political party primaries and the political party nominations. And we are concerned that these exercises that happened last week tend to show that we still have a long way to go in terms of deepening democratic practice within political parties. The party has over 30 parliamentary candidates and over 100 civic candidates already nominated to take part in the national polls next month. Now, we have a list of the 25 parliamentary candidates who have already been cleared.
Thanks for tuning in to KENTV News. I'm Gloria Mora.